welcome back. It's Friday Favorites and Flops, and I hope you all had a great week. So this week I posted several tutorials for Valentine's Day, and I also posted on Instagram that Too Faced sent me a few things for Valentine's Day, which was so sweet, and I was really excited. And I wanted to share one of them with you today because I kind of been doing this sort of thing all week, and then when I got this brush I was like, holy mackerel. So first of all, it is like a travel retractable kabuki brush. Now this is a cruelty-free brush, and it just twists up, which I love because it's really hard to find a good travel kabuki brush. I have a few good brushes from several different brands that are really nice kabuki brushes, but they're not retractable, and so it's difficult to travel with them because they kind of get all wonky when packing them, because it's like a big, you know, kabuki brush. So anyways, I love this from Too Faced, and it's called the Teddy Bear Hair Cruelty-Free Kabuki Brush. So it's made with teddy bear hairs. Obviously a synthetic brush since it's cruelty-free, but this is so soft. So what I've been using this for is, I'm really pale. I don't know if it comes across on screen or not, but instead of a bronzer this week, I have been using a MAC Studio Fix powder that is a little bit too dark for me. So this is just a great trick to kind of bronze up or subtly put your darker powders on the outer perimeter of your face. This has a lot of extra coverage. Obviously MAC's Studio Fix powder is a really heavier powder. It's a full coverage powder foundation. I got it in the color C4, and it's definitely way too dark for me right now. But what I've been doing is just using this kabuki brush and bronzing the perimeter of my face, and such a light, subtle color that it just gives a little bit of a bronze and extra color to the perimeter of my face. There was one time, like a few videos back, I would say maybe a month or so ago, I was wearing this powder all over my face, and like a few people were like, oh, looks like you got some sun, and I was like, whoops, like I didn't self tan or anything. I had just used a powder that was like way too dark for me at the time. So anyway, I just have loved the way this looks, because since it's for all of your face and it's like a powder foundation, it is really smooth and it's just really nice. I mean, this probably looks like super light to other people, but it's a noticeable difference when I'm putting it all over the perimeter of my face, and especially applying it with this super dense kabuki brush. But yeah, I just kind of buff it in right here, and then once I get my blush and everything else on, I've just kind of been melding it together. So I've been foregoing bronzer this week and really just using this combination. Any kabuki brush that you have, or any big fluffy brush, try taking a powder that's just a little bit darker, that's made for the face, and obviously it's made for the face, but you know what I mean, that's not necessarily a bronzer. And just try, and because they typically tend to be a little bit more finely milled than a bronzer would be, so try, you know, bronzing the perimeters of your face if you're extremely fair-skinned like I am. Okay, the next thing that I have been loving this week is this blush, or Master HiLight blush from Maybelline. Now these are rather expensive, but you can find really great Maybelline coupons, and here's a trick. If you go into Walgreens, you know, most Walgreens have the makeup counters, well, all Walgreens have those makeup counters, and I always just ask the girls behind the counter if they have any coupons for any brands. Like whatever I'm wanting to buy, I usually say, hey, do you have a Maybelline coupon? Well, they had some Maybelline coupons for, I believe, $2 off Maybelline products. So I picked up this really gorgeous blush. Now, this is in the color Nude. So these are the, I love this like wovenness, and it does have a little brush and mirror in the back here. So Maybelline came out with these and they are rather new, and I have seen them for a long time and just kept skipping over them. It wasn't until my friend Hannah from Beauty Chats did a video on these blushes and she showed the swatches of them and I was like, what? I didn't realize they were so smooth and so nice. Now this color Nude is a really light color. It would probably on most people be considered a highlight only, as you can see. I mean, it's really nude, but I've been using this as like a peachy bronzy blush. As we saw, I was using a really light powder as a bronzer. I'm really fair. So like I said, this, don't go in with the expectations of getting nude that it's going to work as a blush on you, but it works for me as a blush. So it's just a beautiful nudie neutral peach. As you can see, you can build it up. I love this. This is so smooth, so finely milled. They have several different colors. They have a rose one, they have a pink one, they have a mauve one, which I did pick up, and I think it's a little bit muddy for a fair-skinned girl like myself, so I'll just warn you, if you are fair-skinned, the mauve color tends to look a little bit dirty. There are so many, there's a coral one, so there are several different colors of these highlight blushes, and I definitely recommend them. They are amazing. I think they retail for $9.99 most places, which I think is a little bit astronomical for Maybelline to start doing. I don't know why drugstores are raising their prices. That's the point. They're supposed to be coming out with affordable products, and I realize that drugstores have improved their quality, and with that I think that they're just assuming they can raise the prices. But I think that if you can find this blush with a good coupon or some type of deal when CVS or Ulta or Walgreens has any types of deals, then definitely pick these up if you can, because they are gorgeous, and I totally look past it, but it's been one of the only things that I've used. You don't even need a highlight because it's just, I don't have a highlight on at all. It's just that gorgeous glow. It adds a little bit of color and dimension, so really love this nude color. There are some other beautiful colors if this nude is too light and you wanted more of a blush color. Almost all this week and today I have been wearing my Naked 3 palette. Now I love this palette. I know there's a lot of controversy, not controversy, but there was a lot of, oh, it's not as great as this or whatever, this, that, and the other. I really love it. I love the colors in it. I especially love this color Trick. Now my friend Melissa was telling me that she was watching a video, I can't remember who she said it was, but they used their brush, and a lot of people are complaining that Trick had a lot of fallout. Now Trick is this really gorgeous, real nice rose gold or coppery rose color in the palette, and it was the standout color in my opinion as far as a really gorgeous lid shade. So Melissa was saying that someone, if you were having trouble with the fallout of it, to use your brush and put the color on your brush and then spray it with Fix Plus and then try applying it. I don't know if it's just hit or miss in some palettes, but I have the best luck with the color Trick. It's super smooth and creamy in my little fallout. So I don't need to do that trick, but that's just a trick if you do have the Naked 3 palette and you have trouble with that particular color. So what I've been doing pretty much almost all week, with exception of one day, as I've been putting Trick all over my lid, and I've been putting Limit and Nooner, which are the two matte mauve transition shades, and then Liar out in the outer corner. Now you can darken it up with Dark Side or Blackheart, and then I've been using the Naked 3 liner, dual-ended liner that Urban Decay came out with, lining my upper and lower lash line with that instead of using like a liquid liner or anything else. It's just been a little bit softer of a liner look for me. So I've been loving that, and this palette is just, I like it. So I'm going to try and do some more tutorials with this palette because it seems like every time I wear it, somebody requests a tutorial. So I have filmed already one, and then I'm going to try and do a little bit more, a series with using the Naked 3 palette. So for those of you who picked it up, we'll have the opportunity to, you know, get a few more looks. I know there's a ton out there, but at least I'll just have my take on it. So also along the lines of that, I've been using this Eco Tools brush. And I can't remember where I got this. It's called the Full Eyeshadow Brush. I love this for packing on eyeshadow. Now, you guys know I love Sigma brushes, and I love Sedona Lace, and I love the Real Techniques brushes. So I use a ton of different brands of brushes, and I'm always going to tell you guys my straight up honest opinions about brushes, and I won't recommend something if I don't think it's worth you spending your money on, because that's what my channel is about. And I know I've said this before, but I wanted to say it again. I left a picture of something, I think it was a hair conditioner that I really loved and it worked for me, on Instagram, and a lot of people were like, hey, that doesn't really work for me, you know, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude or whatever. And here's my thing. If I'm recommending something to y'all and you don't think it works for you, there's no problem with kindly giving your opinion. That's what YouTube is about. It's about opinions. And I'm not offended by if someone has a different opinion than I do, because your opinion, if you leave it in the comments below, could help somebody else. Because I might like something for a certain reason and it works for me, and other people who are watching can relate to that reason, so they assume it will work for them. But if you've tried a product and it does something different on you, that's the truth. It's not like you're lying, so that's your opinion and that's your experience. So if you leave that comment below with your experience, even though it's different than mine, somebody else can be reading it and they might have the same experience as you, and you know, they can learn something, and maybe the product won't work for them and it saves them money. So that's just in all of my videos, and I don't know how I got off on the tangent of this. Can't remember. Oh, but talking about brushes, different brushes that I recommend. So anyways, I'm always going to tell you all the truth no matter what, but I do use a variety of different brushes, but I love a lot of my drugstore brushes. Like, I like the Target Up and Up brand, and this Eco Tools brush, I really hadn't thought to pick up a lot of Eco Tools, but I think this was sent in one of my subscription boxes that I receive, and so this brush, it took me a while to kind of use it, and I've been using it this week and I love it. It's really fluffy, but I like it it picks up a lot of product, and I like to apply the lid color. So I've been using this to apply Trick all week, and I have just loved the way that this works to apply. And it's a really nice, like I said, dense, thick brush, and it kind of comes to a tapered point. And it's from Eco Tools, and that is a drugstore brand, and so it's very affordable. So I'm sure you can find this at Target, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, but it's called the Full Eyeshadow Brush. So I've really been enjoying that brush, applying the Naked 3 palette. The last thing up before my flop is something to do with my weight loss journey. Now, I think I'm going to be filming an update soon. Although I haven't lost a ton of extra weight, I've kind of been stalling because I knew I was going to be starting a bunch of different things that were going to really push me over the plateau. Now, I think I'm going to do a full update video, so if you guys are interested in more information on this, then I'll let you know. But I'm going to be starting two things. One is a plan from the brand Advocare, or the company Advocare, and it's the 24-day challenge. So it basically is some supplements and a eating plan, like a very precise eating plan. It helps to cleanse and detox your body. The supplements plus the foods that you're eating are really jump-starting your body. It's not a diet, it's just like helping to change your eating habits or your way of life, or just really cleansing through your body and then putting the good stuff back in and showing you, you know, the right things to eat. I don't particularly have a huge problem with eating, but it's definitely a change that's noticeable. I think a lot of the times you think you don't have a huge issue, but once you're on something, then you're like, whoa, I guess I do. So I'm gonna be doing that, and I'll be upfront and honest and let you guys know so much more information about it. I'll try and film, you know, a video and maybe show some before and after photos. I don't know. But the other thing that I'm doing, and I've been loving but hating because it's so hard, it's so hard, is this BeachBody TurboFire. oh sweet Moses alive, I am not small enough to be jumping around like so. And the girl on it is really motivating. It's basically an at-home system. It's different DVDs, 12 weeks, 6 days a week of kickboxing and jumping up and down and moving your body, and there's no break. You're just like and then she's like, okay, and now that we got that move down, we're gonna add this one on. And I'm like, what? Who got that move down? Because I sure didn't. Like, what are you adding stuff on for, lady? Ah! And my girls are all around and watching me, and the girls on the show have like their stomach showing. They're like, Mommy, is it okay that she has her stomach showing? I thought we don't have our stomach showing. Her belly's showing, and all those people are around watching, and are you gonna have your belly showing? And I'm like, no, don't worry. Mama won't have her belly showing because, oh my goodness. But it is really, really hard, but I can promise you, I have never done anything harder in my life of committing to every single day, almost an hour of working out a day. But I keep looking at the prize at the end, and that's getting in shape and toning, and I really needed something to really get me to the next spot. So that's why I'm going to be starting the 24-day challenge, and then I've already started this, and I've completed 1 week of it so far, and it's really hard, but there will definitely be more information to come. If you're interested, I will leave the person who is my BeachBody coach, I will leave her name and contact information below, so if anyone's interested in any information, you can definitely contact her. Be looking for the update video on my weight loss, because I will just talk about some of the newer things that I'm doing, and the contact information if you're interested in doing these same things along your journey. So this video is going to be really long, and I'm really sorry about that because it kind of went on even though I didn't have a ton of products, but I'm just going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your favorites down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.